Bullies tried to pin her against the lockers. Her knee strike ended their football season. An emotional story by Heartfelt Tales. The bell rang through Lincoln High like a gunshot. Hallways flooded with students, laughter and chatter echoing off the walls. But for 16-year-old Ava Morgan, that sound wasn't just the signal for the next class. It was the warning of another battle. Another moment of survival. Ava gripped her books tightly against her chest as she navigated the corridor. She kept her head down, her long brown hair falling like a curtain to shield her face. She knew what was coming. She could feel it, the weight of cruel stares, the anticipation of another ambush. And they didn't disappoint. Just before the science wing, 3 figures stepped into her path. Tyler, Blake, and Connor, star players on the Lincoln High football team. And the self-declared kings of the school. Tyler smirked, stepping closer with the easy arrogance of someone who thought the world owed him everything. "Well, look who it is," he sneered. "The scholarship freak." Before we continue, take a second to like this video, share it with someone who needs a little inspiration, and subscribe to Heartfelt Tales, where stories that matter find their voice. Drop a comment below if you've ever had to stand up for yourself when no one else would. Ava tried to pass, but Tyler shoved her back gently, enough to stop her, not enough to draw attention. "What's the rush, nerd? We just want to talk." Blake snorted, leaning against the lockers like it was all a game. Connor stood nearby, arms crossed, a silent tower of intimidation. Ava's heart pounded. She'd reported them before. Nothing changed. The teachers saw the athletes as untouchable. Her single mom couldn't do much, struggling to keep up with 2 jobs and night school. It was just her. Alone. But not today. Because today, they pushed too far. Tyler reached out to grab her arm. She pulled back, but he lunged, and shoved her against the lockers with a thud that made heads turn. A split second. A moment that shattered all fear. Ava's knee came up, hard and fast, right into Tyler's gut, just below his chest pad from earlier practice. He collapsed like a puppet with cut strings, wheezing as he crumpled to the floor. The hallway went silent. Even Blake's smug smirk froze. Connor took a step forward, but something in Ava's eyes made him think twice. She stood there, not shaking, not crying, but calm. Like someone who'd finally remembered who she was. Ava Morgan wasn't always this way. In fact, for most of the year, she kept to herself. A straight-A student with a scholarship dream, she had transferred to Lincoln High at the start of junior year. Her father had passed away from cancer the summer before. Her mom relocated them across the state, hoping for a fresh start. But Lincoln High wasn't welcoming. The jocks picked on anyone different. Her brains, her quiet nature, her thrift store clothes, all targets. The cafeteria was a war zone. The bathrooms? Traps. And the locker hallway? A daily gauntlet. Yet Ava endured. She remembered her father's words, "You don't need to be loud to be strong. But never, ever let someone take your worth away." For months, she tried to stay invisible. But invisibility didn't stop them. She once walked into the girls' locker room to find her gym bag emptied into the toilet. Another time, someone scrawled "Teacher's Pet" across her locker in red Sharpie. But this time, they touched her. This time, they crossed a line. And her body reacted before her brain had time to think. That knee strike? It wasn't just self-defense, it was a turning point. After the incident, chaos broke out. Teachers rushed over. Tyler was taken to the nurse, and later, the hospital for bruised ribs and a torn ligament. His football season, his scholarship hopes, done. The school administration had to act. Witnesses came forward. Dozens of students, many of whom had once watched her suffer silently, now spoke up. Turns out, Ava had been watched more than she knew. Her quiet bravery, her endurance, it had earned respect. And now, after this moment, loyalty. It triggered something bigger. A group of girls started a support club, stand-up squad, a safe space for students who had faced bullying. Ava was invited to speak during the first meeting. She stood nervously at the front of the classroom, dozens of faces watching. She clutched the microphone and said, "I didn't want to hurt anyone. But I also didn't want to keep losing myself every day just to survive. Sometimes, enough is enough." And strength? It doesn't come from muscles or popularity. It comes from knowing you deserve better. The room erupted in applause. Tyler's parents threatened legal action, but backed off once the full picture came to light. Video footage from a student's phone surfaced, showing the shove and the attack. Ava was cleared of wrongdoing. But she didn't celebrate. She didn't smile at Tyler limping across the school lawn. Because that wasn't who she was. Instead, she focused on her dreams, her future. Her grades stayed top-notch. She joined the school's debate team and won first place at regionals. Her voice, once hidden, now spoke volumes. And the best part? Others followed her lead. A shy freshman named Gray stood up to a bully in the cafeteria. A quiet boy named Ethan defended his sister against online harassment. The culture began to shift. Months later, Ava received a letter. A full scholarship to a top-tier university, based not only on her academics but her resilience. Her story had reached the admissions board through a community essay contest submitted by her English teacher. She held the letter close to her chest and whispered, "This one's for you, Dad." On her last day at Lincoln High, she walked down the same hallway where it all happened. This time, students smiled. They high-fived her. Some even asked for advice. And though she didn't seek attention, she knew what she'd become. A symbol. A voice for the quiet ones. A reminder that one act of courage can change everything. If this story moved you, leave a comment below and tell us what you would have done in Ava's place. Or share a moment where you found your own courage. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Heartfelt Tales, where real emotions meet real strength. You never know who might need a story like this today. Until next time, stay brave. Stay kind. And never forget, you are stronger than they think.